Hello and welcome to my video, 10 more lesser known cryptids. Number 10, Altamaha. This cryptid is basically the Nessie of southern Georgia. One thing that makes the cryptid different is the fact it doesn't have back flippers, but instead is a snake-like tail. The locals lovingly call the creature Alti, and its history dates back to the Tama Indian tribe. It is said to be greenish in color and utilizes this to hide in the foliage of the river. The creature swims like a seal or dolphin and not like an eel. These descriptions alone make me wonder if a lot of snake-like cryptids are attributed to this creature. Number 9. Slide Rock Boulder. While I doubt the validity of this creature's existence, I found it quite unique. It was said to be found in the Colorado mountains in the 19th and 20th century. Many lumberjacks proclaimed to have encountered this creature. Reportedly, the creature would wait on the mountain sides for people to walk by, and then it would let go of the mountaintop and slide into the victim with the mouth open. The description of the beast is basically a large man-eating whale, and would use its tail to hold onto the mountaintop. Apparently, the rangers of the area set up a decoy loaded with explosives to get rid of the beast. It is said that Boulder took the bait, and the explosion leveled half of the buildings in the town of Rico, which still haven't been rebuilt. Number 8. Kappa. This turtle-like cryptid actually is something of nightmares. It is said to be about the size of a child, have sharp claws, and a plate on its head that has to be filled with water if it walks on land. The thought is that if the plate goes dry, the creature will lose its powers or even die. While many reports claim it as mischievous, these give way to the terrible truth of what the creature is actually capable of. It is known to kill cattle, rape women, and drown anyone that it can lure into the water. They say that the Kappa will drink human blood or even eat your liver. To this day, signs warning of a Kappa being found in the rivers can still be found in Japan. It is said that the Kappa can be defeated by removing one of its arms, in which it will serve you until you return it. Also, if one was to challenge it to sumo wrestling, the creature can be defeated by making it accidentally empty its head plate. Number 7. Bunyip. Found in Australia, this cryptid varies greatly in description. It can be cited as a huge starfish to a creature that has a horsetail, flippers, walrus tusks, and a mouth like a duckbill. The last description came from a cave drawing found of the creature. It is said to reside in rivers and marshes and has a taste for human flesh. The bunyip lets out a terrifying howl just before it attacks its victims. The first reported sighting was in the 1800s and the last was in 1890. To this day, the creature is seen as more of a myth, but the people are still wary of what might lurk in the waters. Number 6. EBU Gugu. This cryptid is found in Indonesia and is basically a hobbit. The name means grandmother who eats everything. They are said to have large flat noses, broad faces, and are covered in hair, and also have a huge mouth. Reportedly, the creatures were killed to near extinction when they were blamed for kidnapping local children. 2 were left alive and were said to have escaped into the forest, where their descendants may still live. What is interesting is remains of a hominid that were a meter, or 3 feet tall, was found in the area, and many believe the story of EBU Gugu could actually have roots in the fact. Number 5. Limo Er. This is another cryptid found in Scotland. The cryptid is also known as the Grey Man, and is said to live in the mountains, especially on the peak of Cairnsgorn, which is the second highest peak in Scotland. It basically is a form of a Bigfoot, but is incredibly tall and has short hair. During research on this, I was unable to find what exactly the creature would do, but most reports being followed and that they have an uneasy feeling. 2 such descriptions claimed that as people walked up the mountain, they could hear someone walking behind them. They tried to recreate the sound, assuming it was echoes from their own footsteps, but soon realized that whatever was walking behind them wasn't using the same amount of steps, meaning it was taller. Number 4. Kelly Goblin. also known as the Hopkinsville encounter. Many attribute these claims to alien encounters. On August 21st, 1955, the events took place on the Sutton farm located in Kentucky. Billy Ray Taylor was visiting the farm, and at 7 p.m. he went outside to get some water. Billy stated that he saw a UFO in the sky that had multicolored lights on the side. He went inside and told the family, and they didn't believe him, but thought it could have been just a shooting star. An hour later, the family heard a noise outside and the dog started going crazy. Billy and another man exited the house and saw a strange creature come out from the trees, to which they shot at it and it scurried away. The men turned around and saw another creature on the roof of their house. Through the night, they stated the creatures kept coming up to the house and looking in the windows. Every time they saw the being, they shot at it, but it didn't seem to harm it. They estimated that there were at least 12 to 15 creatures that night. The family got in their vehicle and fled the farm to the police station. The police found them sane and not under the influence of any drugs or alcohol. It should also be noted that the police officer stated that the Suttons were not the kind of people to run to the police, but something truly terrifying must have scared them out of their home. Number 3. Knuckle of E. Quite a terrifying looking cryptid that is found in the Scottish Islands. The creature's breath is said to be able to wilt crops and was personally held responsible for the droughts and epidemics found on the land. This creature can only be controlled by what is known as the Miller of the Sea, or Sea Mother. It is described as basically being a horse with a human torso intertwined on its back. It is reported that it doesn't have any skin, but is covered in yellow veins filled with black blood. The horse head has one eye that is red like fire and a huge mouth. The torso on the back has a huge head and is said to flail back and forth as if it were not part of the living. It is said that the creature hates fresh water, and if one chases you, all you need to do is cross a fresh stream. Number 2. U-28. This is quite an extraordinary tale. The creature is not named, but it is instead from the German U-28 submarine that recorded the event. On July 30th, 1915, the U-28 fired torpedoes on a British steamer, the Iberian, that was reported to be carrying just trucks and jeeps. The Iberian sunk so fast that the bow stuck almost vertically in the air. After 25 seconds of its sinking, a huge explosion emanated from the ship, causing debris to shoot 80 feet out of the water. Amongst the debris, the German crew saw a strange creature writhing about, and before a picture was taken, it sank in the water. The cryptid was described as being a 60-foot crocodile with webbed feet, a long pointed tail, and a nose that ended in a point. Many people believe that this may have been a mosasaur, or, and I'm going to butcher this, or a Thalassophia, both of which are considered extinct. It should be noted that this took place in the Atlantic Ocean and that submarine logs are not often apt for exaggeration. Number 1. The ShureOof. This cryptid is found in Chile, and while many consider it something of myth, there are, of course, sightings of it. The creature lives in the volcanoes of the area and will cause eruptions and even earthquakes. The description of the beast varies to include looking like a molten rock monster or being a dragon, or the earliest depiction of it just being a giant snake. What I found interesting is that supposedly the only way to abate the being's fury is to sate its bloodlust with human sacrifice. Growing up, I saw so many references to people being thrown into volcanoes and never knew why. I included it on this list and made it number 1 since it answered a question that I always found puzzling. So with that, be safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.